on the left shows a mother being arrested by ICE, those cowboys you just heard of. It's a pretty upsetting video, and for that reason it's getting wide play on the left, but a key detail is being left out. The woman in that video, Perla Morales Luna, isn't simply some random illegal alien pulled off the street by those cowboys. She's suspected by the feds of organizing a human trafficking operation. Mark Krikorian is executive director of the Center for Immigration Studies, and he joins us tonight. I don't know if I've seen coverage as dishonest as this in a long time. I mean, this is the definition of propaganda. If you show that video and take out the context, it's a little bit like showing the man standing in front of the tank in Tiananmen Square without the tank. It totally changes the meaning of the image, correct?
Of course, and that's kind of the point. I mean, this happened near the border, about 10 miles north of the border. There are illegal immigrants all over National City, California, where this happened.
Right.
The Border Patrol, if they wanted to randomly arrest illegal immigrants, which they don't waste their time with, they wouldn't have done this. They knew that this woman was involved in a smuggling ring, and they sought her out. They tried to get in touch with her before. She didn't respond. Apparently when they confronted her on the street, she tried to flee. She tried to get in another car and drive away. So that, and she's resisting arrest, as you can see here. So, the Border Patrol did its job here. Yes, it's an upsetting video because everybody's yelling and screaming, but, this woman put herself in this situation by working with these criminal smuggling rings.
Well, apparently, I mean, I don't think that the case has reached its conclusion, but I guess the point would be there was a reason for this. She wasn't just some hapless victim on the street. So you just heard I believe the head of immigration studies at the largest progressive think tank, the Center for American Studies, say that progress, that we ought to seriously entertain getting rid of ICE. This is a new talking point on the left. What would happen if we did that?
What would happen? Who would be enforcing the immigration laws? I mean, that's the real question here, because the Border Patrol does its job well, and they'll probably call for getting rid of the Border Patrol next, but the Border Patrol does a good job at and near the border. But most immigration enforcement happens inside the country. Who does that? ICE does that. So what they're saying is that, in effect, once you get past the Border Patrol, you should be home free. And this isn't some new thing. I mean, this is essentially what Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders said during the campaign, that any illegal immigrant who gets into the United States, who doesn't actually kill somebody, isn't convicted of a violent felony, that's the way she put it, should be allowed to stay. So this really is not some kind of offbeat outlier opinion. This has become the position of the standard position of the left, and it really shows how radicalized the Democratic Party has become.
Support that? Is there broad support for eliminating all border security?
Of course not. I mean, obviously not. And this is why, in some sense, Republicans should encourage Democrats to run on this platform of abolishing ICE.
Because they're not very smart and they seek their own demise, they won't run on this, will they?
Some of them might, but generally speaking, no. I mean, there's a reason the Democrats are the evil party and the Republicans are the stupid party, that they wouldn't take advantage of this. And it's not even as though they would need to exaggerate or use hyperbole. They really just need to let the progressives say what they actually think.
I'm getting rid of the military. I'm taking an affirmative position in favor of our enemies. How is this different? I mean, I don't think it is.
Well, they don't believe in borders or immigration.
Well, I'm glad they're saying it, by the way. I'm serious.
I agree.
I think it's worth it, always, to be honest. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson has